we have our first alert weather extra. This is pretty cool. This is new. If you haven't been joining us, we will be live on WFSB Plus. You can find us on Roku or Apple TV. If you have Fire TV, just bringing you more ways to stay ahead of the weather. And today is a first alert weather day, so it's an excellent day to be tuning in. We'll be streaming live every weekday, 8 a.m. and then again at 9:30, giving you more of an in-depth look at the forecast so you can plan your day. Once again, be sure to join us every day, 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. We'll be here, and we hope to give you more of a, like I said, more of a detailed forecast. This is fun, though. This is nice. We actually have, let's make sure we get this mic here in the right direction. There we go. Should be trying out some new stuff. We love new stuff. It's a new year, and we're going to get into some cool stuff here. Let's take a look at some of our iCams, though, where it is right now. It's mostly cloudy out there. That's what we're seeing across the state. Notice through New London, we're seeing mostly cloudy skies. There's a few snow showers nearby, as hard to believe as that is. I'll show you those in a minute on First Alert Live radar. But we have 24 degrees. That wind, though, still, this is day 3 of 3 with wind gusts in excess of 40 to near 50 miles per hour. We're going to see that once again throughout the day on our Thursday. Now, as far as what it looks like in Hartford, 24 degrees as well, with the wind out of the northwest at 14. It's also cloudy out there. No snow showers nearby in Hartford, but that could change later on today. Here's Torrington. We're calling it the windiest town in the state today because this camera has been shaking around throughout the day. If you look close, I'm trying to see if this camera could pause for a minute. Maybe a few flakes there. We're seeing that it's very hard to tell. We'll skip that, but there could be a few flakes out there. New Haven, notice towards the right-hand side of your screen, you see those clouds that have dipped down? Almost looks like the clouds go all the way to the ground. That's some snow, some light snow way out towards the east. We're talking Stonington and Old Saybrook. Temperature's cold, though, in New Haven. Notice the live look in Old Saybrook as well. It's mostly cloudy and very chilly and very windy. Your first alert weather day, though, this is 3 of 3, day 3 of 3, I should say. It's cold. It's going to be windy. Forecast wind gusts later on this afternoon, 40 to 50 miles per hour with that morning wind chill. This morning, it's near 0. In some cases, 5 at best in the hill towns. Later on this afternoon, though, we're looking at that 5 to 15 degree range. So dress for dangerously cold wind chills throughout the entire day today. Now, there is a wind advisory. This is for all day. The National Weather Service issued this earlier this morning and late last night for wind gusts this afternoon, 40 to 50. And we've seen these wind gusts throughout the past couple of days. It's just today they've issued. So no difference in terms of what we've been experiencing since Tuesday. Now, temperatures out there right now. Notice the teens in the hill towns near 20 in Torrington, lower to middle 20s for everybody else. But it does not feel like this. Do not dress for 27 in New Haven. Dress for 17 and teens everywhere else, even colder. You're stepping outside in Salisbury, Torrington, and Putnam, and it feels like 4 degrees. That is very cold, and it's the consistency. We've been this cold for days. We'll get some relief, though, as early as tomorrow. Now, here's First Alert Live radar. Notice along I-395, some of those snow showers out there. Very nice. Notice through New London, just to the south anyway. Now I'm pushing out into Long Island Sound, Fisher's Island, even another little maybe flakes coming into northern Windham County. But here's Mystic and Stonington, 395, now transitioning to I-95 and even pushing off towards the south into Long Island Sound. Farther towards the north, though, that's where we're seeing maybe some more flakes fly through Woodstock and Putnam, 395. Maybe Brooklyn, you had some about an hour ago, maybe getting a few light flakes even once again right now. But all of us will see more in the way of the possibility of, anyway, of more snow this weekend. It won't amount to much. We had the chance for a big storm, but that unfortunately did not come to fruition. It's one of the many things that us as meteorologists struggle with when a week out we see a beautiful, nice big snowstorm if you're a snow lover, and then things change. That's why we always tell you, keep up with the forecast. Don't trust what you see online all the time because it's usually just people who want to see the clicks and not the accurate forecast. And now we're noticing the slightest chance for some snow this weekend. We'll talk about that in a minute. The big deal and affecting everybody immediately is the wind. Right now, out of the north and west, 15 to 21 miles per hour in Groton. But the wind gusts already this morning, 25 to near 35 miles per hour, and these pick up in intensity throughout the afternoon hours. We're looking at that 40 to 50 mile per hour range. Can't even rule out maybe a 51 or a 52 mile per hour wind gusts. So some isolated power outages are possible, maybe a few broken tree limbs. Can't rule that out either. Now your wind gust trend for the inland towns, notice that 35 to 40 along the shoreline, 40 to about 45. These are a bit underdone. We're thinking that 45 to 50 degree, or excuse me, 45 to 50 mile per hour range is a bit more realistic. Now notice where temperatures have been so far this week. Cold. The last 3 days didn't climb above 30 degrees. We might get to 31 today, maybe a little bit more than that. Tomorrow, though, is looking more mild, pushing upper 30s to maybe near 40. As far as any precip, a little bit on the first. If you remember that rainstorm that we had, the overnight one that had even some thunderstorms. Hard to believe that was already over a week ago, but that brought the Hartford area about a half of an inch of rain. As far as temperatures, though, check out the eastern half of the U.S. It is cold. I mean, we're talking Miami, 50 degrees in Miami. Yeah, that's some cold stuff out there. And if that's the warmest temperature on the map, you know everybody is downright frigid. Teens in the Midwest, 30 in Jacksonville, 22 in Atlanta. We have a big winter storm getting its act together through Texas, where there's some snow falling already, some ice as well. The winter storm warnings are in the pink there. And notice, once again, they do not come towards Connecticut. A ton of winter weather advisories, and that blue shading is a winter storm watch. Hard to believe Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama will get a bigger snowstorm than we have seen so far this year. Just unbelievable. If you're a snow lover, unfortunate. Now let's check out Futurecast, because later on tomorrow we'll notice our clouds increase. We're watching a Clipper system approach from the west. That's actually what's going to bring us some of the snow. It will not be the big storm farther towards the south. Notice around pre-dawn hours on Saturday, we're talking a few light flakes. That big ocean storm, though, stays there. Look at that. That would have been nice heading up the eastern seaboard, but we will not be seeing that. Model comparison shows Saturday morning, 7 a.m., very good agreement between the American and the European model of some flakes, but that's done by noon the latest. And then we're cloudy and a bit breezy for the rest of the weekend. Futurecast in terms of the snow, it's very light. We're talking a coating, maybe an inch in the hill towns. Now, as far as what we've seen so far this year, Hartford just under 5 inches, Bridgeport just under 2. Yeah, you've noticed this; those numbers have not changed, but the compared to normal numbers have now running a nearly 11-inch deficit in the Hartford area and over half of a foot deficit in Bridgeport. Forecast highs today, 20s to lower 30s. And once again, that dangerous wind chill throughout the day. Tonight, back down into the teens and 20s, but once again, the wind chill will be near zero. Your first alert 7-day forecast shows those 30s. Check out tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be nice. We'll be near 40. The wind lightens up. It will still be a bit breezy, but nothing like what we've seen the past couple of days. That light snow comes in first thing Saturday morning. It's gone by noon. Could amount to about a coating, maybe a half of an inch at times, or in spots, I should say. And then by the time we get to Sunday, 36 after a morning low in the low 20s. Next week, looking at that 37-degree range, say mid to upper 30s. And then by the middle part of next week, colder. Once again, this cold weather sticks around. It's just, where is the snow? We're not seeing any of that just yet. Even for the next 7 days along the shoreline, good chance for a couple flakes Saturday morning, but it won't amount to much. That coating to about an inch. So yeah, that's where we're at. If you like the cold, you're going to love today. Head to some of our local ski resorts, Mohawk Mountain, Mount Snow, Mount Southington. It's near perfect out there. They have the snowmaking machines going. I was just at Mount Southington yesterday, and a lot of people enjoying this perfect weather for skiing and snowboarding across our state. If you want to join us again for this, though, we'll be once again tonight, 9:30 p.m. This is once again our all-new First Alert Weather Extra. It streams right here on WFSB Plus. You have that on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV. It's just more ways to bring you the weather, something we love here. We hope you love as well. And 8 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. We'll be right here live on WFSB Plus. Be sure to check us every morning and evening, and we'll be here other than that, have a great day, and we will see you later on today.